Hey guys, this is Captain Orlando McGeeks with Nomad Fishing, and today I'm bringing you the fishing report for this week. It's March 17th, 2023. Before I get into the fishing report, I want to let you guys know how we did in last week's tournament. We fished at Jimmy Johnson Tournament, which many of you know is one of the premier fishing tournaments in South Florida, and it's something I have looked forward to for a while. We actually did pretty good. We finished, I believe it was overall, we were 11th in a field of about 85 boats. And some of these are the top tournament boats in South Florida. So anytime you can finish close to the top, yeah, it's really an honor. It was a good team effort, and we had some luck. We got some extra bites that some teams didn't get. Um, the key to these tournaments is just being prepared and getting the shots. Let's go back to the tournament, just tell you a little bit about how it went for us. On the first day, we had a little bit of a rough start because our camera person was out sick and did not make it to the boat, so we had to improvise, and we were kind of short-handed. We really needed someone to just dedicate themselves to videotaping. This is all catch and release tournament, and it's you have to get good video of your fish, video that IDs the fish, as well as showing the successful release of the fish. And it's very tough when you're trying to catch fish and videotape at the same time. So on the first day, we ran south. We were fishing off North Key Largo. The conditions looked good. The water looked good. There was good current. It looked fishy. We had a lot of cutoffs in the morning. We got 3 sails early on. We were right in the mix with the other boats. We weren't leading the tournament. I don't think we were leading at any time, but we were, top 10-ish in that neighborhood. We were in the thick of things. That afternoon, it slowed down for us. We only got 1 more, so we ended the day with 4. And then we got the bad news later that night that there was an issue with one of the videos, so we had 1 fish disqualified. It's not that we didn't catch the fish. We just didn't have the right video showing what they needed to see and those other issues with the video. So whatever, we took it on the chin and had to regroup for day 2. Day 2, we came back prepared a little better. We're actually running 2 cameras the whole time just to make sure we got what we needed. The fishing was actually better for us on day 2. We decided to, it seemed like late the first day, the bite seemed to turn on further to the north. So we did a complete 180 on day 2, and we ran north all the way up to the northern boundary, close to Palm Beach. I don't know exactly how far we got up there. An area called the Martini Glass. That's where we ended up fishing the whole day. We were pretty much in the same area the whole day. There was real pretty blue water, good current, smoking current. In the morning, it was kind of slow for us. We only got 1. We were starting to lose hope, and then in the afternoon, it started clicking. Fish started biting. We started with a couple of singles. Then we had a double, which turned into a triple. Unfortunately, one of the fish came loose. It was kind of like a sloppy bite, so we lost 1 fish. We got 2 out of the 3, and then we got a couple more singles after that. So we ended the day with 6, and that was good enough gave us 9 fish for the tournament. Moved us, we were right around 10th or 11th in the overall standings. We were also in 2 of the dailies. Dailies are, when you're one of the top boats for the day. I think we were 3rd or 4th that day. So we were able to, cash in and get some winnings from that. And that kind of helps offset some of the tournament costs and stuff like that. 1 more fish would have really helped in our winnings. Would have probably doubled or tripled our winnings. But that's kind of how it goes. Sometimes you get good breaks, sometimes you get bad breaks. Either way, we're fortunate to have a good tournament. Besides the sailfish, we did get a lot of kingfish bites. Most of them we lost because we weren't fishing wire. We were strictly fishing for sailfish. We did catch 1 nice one. We had a couple blackfin. We had bonitas. So the fishing in general was good. Fast forward to this week, we've had pretty strong winds most of the week. I think I got out earlier in the week. It was probably, I want to say Monday or Tuesday, right before the wind started cranking. And we had that west wind and 0 current here off Miami, which made for some poor fishing. I think all our bites came off barracudas that day. We couldn't seem to buy another bite off of anything else. We were only out for maybe 4 or 5 hours and just slow fishing. We didn't fish the last couple of days. Captain Art was out today with a group in the afternoon, and the fishing was actually pretty good today. It was a little sloppy offshore, and one of the guests got sick, so they ended up inshore, so we were never able to really fish offshore very long, at least not long enough to get a bite. But there were a lot of sailfish caught today. I heard of one charter boat had 5, another one had, I don't know, close to double figures, double digits. What else? There was some kings around, some blackfins are showing up. It hasn't gotten really red hot yet, but you're starting to see some of those bigger kings moving in. And the blackfin bite is still kind of sporadic, but I think it's going to start picking up here soon. I think next month you're going to see a lot more blackfins. You're going to see more big kings. Sailfish is going to continue to get strong as the year goes on. I think all the way to like early June, you'll see a strong sailfish bite off Miami. Again, there's going to be highs and lows. You'll have some slow days, but there'll also be a lot of good days. I think there's still some of the best fishing of the year is yet to come as far as sailfish go. As far as meat fish, it's going to be peak season here next month or two. April, May are going to be the bomb. I personally prefer May. I think the fish the last few years seem to be coming in a little later. It seems like the bite is better later in the year, later in the spring. One thing we haven't seen a lot of yet, but they're about to show up, is cobia. There's usually a pretty good, couple weeks where they're coming through pretty regularly, and you'll see all the boats kind of catching 1, 2, 3, which is pretty good off Miami. We don't see that many cobia. That hasn't happened yet, but it's going to happen here soon. We're also starting to see more of the big sharks moving in. They haven't really moved in yet, but pretty soon you'll start seeing some of those really big migratory hammerheads. And then we have all our usual sharks, the bulls and the sandbar sharks. They're all here. There's also been some really ginormous bonitas. If you like, just fighting fish for fun, we all know they're not the best to eat, but they are fun to catch. There's a lot of bonitos out there. What else? I think that's pretty much it. There was a couple of mahis caught the last couple of days. If we get more of this east wind, it'll probably blow some good-sized mahis onto the edge, and we'll be able to catch them off the kites. Well, with that, I'm going to let you go. I wanted to thank everybody that is watching this video and that watches all the other videos. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Leave any questions or comments for me. If you have suggestions for future videos, you can do that too. I also want to thank all of you that have subscribed and are supporting this channel. One last thing I wanted to mention. I am putting together a couple of videos from the fishing tournament. So if you guys like tournament fishing and you want to see some of the action, again, this is just the standard video we were taking for the tournament. It wasn't really meant, for entertainment purposes. It was just videos documenting catches, but you can see a lot of the action there, just as any other video would show you. So I try to shorten them down as much as I can, but it's like roughly 20 to 25 minutes per day. So I'm going to do 2-part, day 1 and day 2. There's going to be a video for each day. Well, guys, hope you enjoyed this fishing report. Until next time, my name is Captain Orlando Muñiz with Nomad Fishing.